Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Briasia Renee. If you don't know me, you better get to know me because guess what? I'm not going anywhere, okay? So I know it's been a minute since I uploaded a video on YouTube, okay? I'm so sorry I had you guys waiting for videos, but literally life has hit me, and as you know, I'm not in Miami anymore. I moved back to Pennsylvania. And in this video, I'm going to be telling you why I left Miami. So if you're interested in knowing the tea on why I'm back in Pennsylvania and not in Miami anymore, keep watching this video. I don't know why I'm so nervous, but I think I'm nervous because I haven't uploaded a video or recorded on my camera for a long time. But we're going to get through it. Okay, so bear with me. In this video, I'm gonna be crimping my hair. Alright, so we're just gonna get right into it. And I don't have lingerie on. It's literally a nightgown with lace on the top, so don't get crazy. Y'all always DM me like, what was your experience? Why did you leave Miami? Like, why? Y'all have so many questions. Number one reason of why I left Miami: the money. Okay, I went to Miami thinking that I could, you know, up my pricing. First of all, I charge right now as a lash tech, I'm 4 years in, I charge $170 for a volume set. A volume set is what most people get, okay? When I got to Miami, I'm gonna just go straight to the point. When I got to Miami, I had to lower my prices to like $100, no lie. The reason why is because in Miami, there's a whole bunch of lash techs that are really good. I'm not gonna lie, there's very talented lash techs, makeup artists, hairstylists in Miami, okay? Very talented. But the thing about it is, it's so many. It's like overcrowded. There's a lot of good hairstylists. There's a lot of good lash techs. And everyone charges like real low to like beat the competitors, and nobody wants to pay more than $100. Like when you go on a website, it's like $100, $120, $130 highest, $140 is pushing it, okay? There's no services more than $150 from my experience of what I've seen, okay? So with that being like that, I had to lower my prices to match the competitors, okay? Mind you, I'm brand new out there. Nobody knows who I am. They like, okay, you moved here, but we don't know you, so we're not booking with you. So I was struggling, and I'm not afraid to say I was struggling with clientele. I was definitely getting booked, okay? I was getting booked, but it wasn't enough like how it was back in Pennsylvania, of course. And it takes time for you to build up clientele, but I didn't have time. I didn't have time because rent was due, and that was my only source of income, doing lashes and selling online, in which I do really well with both normally. So when I got to Miami, it was like everything that all stopped for me. Like, lash extensions and hair is a luxury service, okay? I'm not about to lower my prices to please y'all when I know that my work is worth more. You know, I'm not trying to charge $100. You know, like, I'm not trying to do that. So I kind of just got sick of that. Like, I felt like I was just downgrading. It was so expensive. I'm gonna tell y'all how much I paid for my apartment each month. Every month I paid $2,200, not including other expenses. That was just rent, okay? And mind you, I'm not getting the income that I was used to getting, like living in Pennsylvania. So it was just, I had to start dipping into my savings to pay my rent, and I'm just like, this is not it. This is not it. So that's what led me to get the bartending job, okay? I got the bartending job maybe 2 months into living in Miami, Mind you, I only lived in Miami for 6 months. So when I got the job at the strip club, it was good money. It was paying my rent. I was happy about that. But, you know, there's pros and cons to everything. Working at the strip club was cool. It was fun, but it's not something that I wanted to do. It's something that I had to do. I'm not gonna say I didn't want to do it, because I did want to do it. If I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't have been there. But now that I look back, I can think of so many other things that I could have done to make my money. And that, looking back, I have a whole different perspective of just strip clubs and working in the club and just, you know, showing off my body in that type of way. I know it may look like I was happy, but I wasn't. And I did not realize how unhappy I was until I had enough. Like, enough was enough. It sounds crazy because if you guys have been watching me, it may have looked like I was just like having so much fun and stuff, in which I did have fun times, but I wasn't happy. There's a difference. Okay, so another reason of why I left Miami is because I just missed my family. I miss my family. I'm really big on family, and most of my family lives in New York, and I miss my friends too. I have friends that live in PA that I have been friends with for over 10 years. And then so when I got to Miami, I didn't have anyone, like no family, no friends near me at all. So it was very different. I realized money isn't everything. Money is not everything. Like, you can have so much money, but if you do not have genuine love, support, relationships close to you and just like near you to help support you emotionally, like mentally, none of that money shit matters. Like, love really overpowers everything. I had to keep going because I had made that decision to move out on my own with no one there to help me, with no one there to support me, just thinking that money was gonna make me feel everything. It was really lonely, honestly. It was lonely. I met friends, but it's a difference between friends you just met and friends you knew for your whole life. You know, it's just different. And I'm trying to sit here and think about, like, relive these moments in my head of how I felt in Miami, trying to push through and find my purpose and praying to God that he helps me attract more money. And I was just sitting and wondering why I wasn't attracting money anymore. Like, it may sound crazy. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. It may sound crazy, but it's just like I was attracting money so easily when I lived in Pennsylvania. And then when I got to Florida, it just was like, no. It was just like, no. And I couldn't understand why. Like, I feel like I'm doing everything right. Like, am I not supposed to be here or something? Like, it would be times when I would like pray and ask God to reveal to me if I'm making the right decision, and I just couldn't hear anything. I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't hear him say anything to me, and I just had to keep going. I had to keep going because these bills gotta get paid regardless. And it's not like I was struggling. It's not like I was penny pinching and, like, you know, scraping up change from in my couch. Like, it wasn't like that. Like, I definitely had a lot of money saved up, but who wants to be reaching in their savings to pay their bills, you know? Like, after a month or two, I was just like, okay, like, this isn't going how I expected it to go. Like, and I don't know why I thought it was gonna just be booming as soon as I got there. Like, that was the money, that was like the ego in me. So basically, it was just hard to manifest anything. It was so hard to manifest the things that I wanted and the things that I needed, and it became depressing. Like, towards the end, I was over it. I was already thinking like, okay, I might have to move back to Pennsylvania. Like, that's when I really started to consider moving back home. And once I changed my mind, I'm like, well, what if I started, like, what if I did move back? Like, I started to weigh my options, and I started to like think about breaking my lease and thinking about how much, calculating how much it would be to break the lease and move back, or to just stay and finish out my lease. And it got to that point. I'ma just say it. A lot of people in Miami, and I'm sorry, I hope I don't offend anybody that lives in Miami or, you know, the surrounding areas, but from what I've seen and what I've, you know, noticed and paid attention to while I was living there, a lot of people act like they got money and front like they got money for the gram, like they live this lavish lifestyle, but be negotiating my prices in my DM. But you got a whole Louis, Gucci, and Prada set lay in your profile picture. All over your Instagram, you flashing money. But when you hop in my DM and I tell you a wig install is $160, you leave me on red. I don't like that. So I'm just like, I realized that a lot of people in Miami was like that. They really, I don't want to say the C word, cheap, but that's what it was. It was giving that. And I wasn't used to that. Another reason why I left Miami is because for my boyfriend, for him, and for mostly me, but for him too. It got to the point where it was just like, I need to move back to Pennsylvania to save my relationship, or stay in Miami and be single. Like it came to one of those type of things. What am I really doing in Miami? Like, I really started to think, like, why am I there? Every time I'll come back, I'll be like, well, why am I there? Like, is it because I want to maintain this image, or is it because I actually like it there? Like, I had to figure out my whole entire existence. And I'm being so transparent with y'all. It gets deeper, but I'm staying on the surface, okay? Live in Miami, you better be single. You better not be trying to do no long distance relationship. You better have some type of friends or family out there to help support you, because it's living in Miami by yourself at this young age is not for the weak. I'm gonna tell you right now. Mind you, I never lived on my own. I lived in my own, like, throughout college, but like I had roommates and stuff. Before you move to a place where you don't know and you run a business, make sure you build up your clientele first before you move out there. Period. I will never do that again. As soon as I got back to Pennsylvania, I was booked. Classes, appointments, like everything was just coming right back to me. I wasn't supposed to be in Miami. Living in Miami was definitely an eye-opener and a lesson for me. Like, it made me figure out exactly what I want, exactly what I don't like, exactly what I do like, exactly what I won't settle for, exactly what I won't do again. Like, it was, I felt like it was necessary because I always wanted to live in Miami, so I had to just get that out the way. I had potential, I'm not gonna lie. If I would have stayed, I definitely would have been, you know, I would have got back to where I was, you know, but it would have took a lot. And I just felt like I was already at the place where I wanted to be, charging what I wanted to charge. For me to just move to a different state and then charge like half of that, I was like, oh no, like, I'm not about to do this for six months plus. I'm not about to do this for a year just to get my name. I'm not doing that. I didn't have to torture myself, and I felt like I was torturing myself by just staying there. So this crazy nice luxury apartment, like, yeah, it looks good to everybody else and it looks good for Instagram, but from the inside and just living it, it wasn't what I wanted. being that I wasn't making the money that I was making or expecting to make, it made me think about myself differently. It put me in a negative mindset. Living off survival mode, you start to say things and do things that are lower vibrational, and that's just not me. I started to move very low vibrational, and just to make myself feel better, like, if that makes sense. And it wasn't anything crazy, like, it was just like dumb stuff that I just wouldn't do if I was not in that situation. And then people would ask, like, are you okay? Like, and I would be like, I don't even know. And when I start to like think, like, am I okay? Like, is living here really throwing me off? Like, and after I figured out, okay, I shouldn't be here, everything started to fall into place. Like, after that, like, I started to plan for the future. Like, all right, I bought my apartment, put the money down for my apartment, and after that, I moved back. And moving back was, I was happy that I was moving back, but it was a lot, spending a lot of money again to get out, to move my stuff from Florida back to Pennsylvania. And it was very emotional. I lived that, it was beautiful, but I couldn't really enjoy it because I was always thinking about, how am I going to continue to afford to live here? Like, I don't want to keep working at this club. Like, I don't want to do it. I'm not happy. And I'm just like bartending. I was just bartending and making my money and just being half naked in front of all these strangers. Like, that's not me. Like, I grew out of that really fast. When I look back at it now, it's just like, it's so cringy. And I'm just like, sometimes I'm just like, I wish I didn't do that. Like, I wish I would have did a lot of things differently. Like, sometimes I'm like, I wish I never moved there. But I know I can't think like that because it's a reason why I moved there. Like, it's a reason. I had to go through that. Like, I had to go through that to get to where I am now, to really understand that what's for me is for me, and I need to continue to live in my purpose. I feel so much more comfortable. I don't have to like rush. I feel like I'm not being rushed. Now, the only thing I don't have anymore is that relationship that I was in, just because I'm not gonna get too much into that, but it just wasn't working out. Like, it just wasn't working out. I've been single for what, 2 months now, and I've been home back in PA since January. It's now June. So I've been here for some time now, and months are just flying by. Like, and I can honestly say that I lost myself in Miami, and I'm human. We all lose ourselves at one point. Like, and I feel like that relationship had a lot to do with it. It took me a while to get this video out because of that reason. A place where I invested so much money into, to just up and leave. And then I was thinking about, you know, like what everybody would think and stuff, and it just got to a point where I was just like, I don't care what everybody thinks, because a lot of people are just fronting for the gram, like they got it. I had got to the point where when I moved back to PA, I deleted all my social media, Instagram specifically. I had to completely rebuild myself, rebuild my confidence. A lot of people are struggling not a lot of people, but a lot of lash techs, a lot of people who do services are struggling out there to like build clientele. And when you have to have something that sets you different from the rest. Like you have to be super good, or just something that makes you stand out, because just lowering your prices and like trying to match the competitors is not going to be enough for you to be booked and just like live off of that. It's not enough. So that's that, and why I left Miami. And my hair is crimped, okay? I will be glad to answer all of you guys' questions. Comment down below, or just DM me on Instagram if you don't want to like comment. But hopefully that answers all of y'all questions. Hopefully that clears up anything. I learned a lot in Miami, and I feel like I matured a lot. I matured so much, and I'm just honestly proud of myself that I was able to do that, because a lot of people can't do that. So I'm blessed, and thank you God for just giving me that redirection of life. And long distance relationship, money, building my business, being away from friends and family, and expensive apartment, expenses, everything was expensive. Other than that, I did love living in Miami. It was fun, and I learned a lot, and I'm still learning in this journey on finding myself and being by myself and just loving myself after being in a relationship for 2 years. I like it here. It's peaceful here. So hey, so I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Thank you guys so much for watching and sticking with me and subscribing to my channel when I had not even posted so many videos and I barely promote. Thank you guys for watching all my videos. Honestly, I did not think that, you know, this would be a thing for me, but it's becoming a thing. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for my next videos. Comment down below what kind of videos you want to see next. DM me all that. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is @BreeReneeXO. Follow my business page @BreasiaSlaja_. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.